Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills hope by the end of today's game, they'll have secured win number 1 on the season. It's the Lions going up against the Bills.
Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Buffalo Bills. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. First carry for Leonard Fournette, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. To throw on third down, Stafford. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Taylor now off the bootleg. He's going to look deep down the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Now it's Taylor. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Fresh set of downs here. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10. Stafford again. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Taylor. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's brought in by Janis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go!
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They begin with a run by Fournette. Room here to run. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, here's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On first down, Stafford here. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it second and 12. Again, it's Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
So this is Sometimes when you throw interceptions, that confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On second down, here's Fournette. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The Lions on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Forced out to his left. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. And that one is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Packers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Ezekiel Ziggy Ansah with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country, and at BYU was just scratching the surface before he hit the NFL.
Yeah, from Ghana, where he really liked soccer and basketball, but football's okay for him, right?
Yeah, I think it's worked out very well. Drafted on potential, he's realizing it here.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Buffalo after this. A long way to go for the offense here on 3rd down. Taylor will throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A handoff to Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Stafford barking out signals and try to get his guys set quickly. To throw on 2nd down. Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter at Lambeau. The gap has widened there. The Packers have scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Come on, let's go.
2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here come the Lions now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. And on 2nd and 10 now. To throw again. Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. And that one all Packers right now. They've scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second down, and the offense in search of 6 yards. Again, it's McCoy. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go! What? Ohio! 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 Let's go, Ohio! Ohio!
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Spins past him, and shutting him off, now open field. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 50, Stafford. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. The big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep, and that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll run it with McCoy. He finds an opening past the 40, the 40, 30, past the 20, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. 1st and goal, they'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarterback sneak here. Now McCoy. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Did your high school have that same push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter whether we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at his last snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice play for themselves. Will they lose 3 on that one?
Yeah, from the 1 back to the 4.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Sean Robinson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Bills have come back to regain the lead. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From the gun, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Stafford on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down at Stafford. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Come on, let's go.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And it's second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Bills on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Come on, let's go.
From the gun, it's Taylor. By Taylor. Hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Akeem Spence breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Paul Warrilow in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. To throw is Taylor, operating from the gun. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, I can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Here's Matt Darr now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Fournette on the counter. And an alley to run. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now Leonard Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They'll run it again with Fournette. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now Stafford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And now out come the Bills. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Here's a give to Fournette, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Again, it's Fournette. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles